today we have Robert from Cashboard, and Cashboard are quite interesting. They recently won an award at the NOAA conference, is that right? They won first prize, and I think they won 4 million euros in media advertising. You might need to explain in more detail, but basically, anyway, Robert from Cashboard.
Thank you, Eddie. Robert Henker, my name. I'm co-founder and CEO with Cashboard. We are a Berlin-based fintech startup operating a completely new online investing platform. And what we do is solving one of the biggest problems currently in the financial industry, which is there's a completely lack of trust, which is visible in the area that people stop investing their money. And I'm not talking about you guys, because you are attending a fair which is about finance, about NewFinance. Yeah, I'm talking about the average people. My wife, my father, yeah, the average guy from next neighborhood. And to put it into numbers, this is not only a problem, it's a market, because currently in Europe, there are 6,500 billion euros not invested at all, lying on cash, time and call money deposits, all below inflation. And this amounts to 1/3 of all EU liquid assets. And I'm coming from Germany, so one of the highest risk-averse nations maybe in the world, and if it's even more worse there, we have 40%. So from 5,000 billion euros, 2,000 billion euros, 40% of all liquid assets are parked on cash time call money deposits below inflation. And the German central bank recently stated that they found out in a study that the Germans are losing currently 21 billion euros a year only to inflation. Yeah. And we are solving this problem because we offer a solution where the average client can invest money into a diversified portfolio with completely automated management starting from 1,000 euro. And I guess you heard it before, yeah, of course there are companies like Nutmeg and Wealthfront, we all know them, but we are doing some things different, I can promise you. And we are redefining the market and doing better as others because we have 4 main USPs, which are: we are independent, we are managed, we are secure, and we are fair. Now what with this? First, independent. Cashboard is not a platform for one financial product and for one financial provider. Yeah, so we are not only selling ETFs like Nutmeg and Wealthfront. We are not only doing fund selling for one big bank or one big financial provider. We are the Trivago, My Müsli, the meta platform for all financial products. So with us, you can invest into cash, funds, ETFs, but also alternative investments like gold and real estate, and even the sexy online stuff like peer-to-peer lending, bitcoins, or crowd lending if you like to. Second, managed. So with us, you can lean back, have no hassle, because all these investments are completely managed. You have a automated loss protection, automated tax harvesting, and of course, even the portfolio, if you like, you can have via an automated proposal. You simply go on website, answer some questions, you have a whole creation process you maybe know. Third, it's secure. Because with us, the client gets a personal bank account on his name with state deposit insurance. Yeah? So from the client's perspective, it's not that they're giving me the money. I wouldn't trust me money as well, either. He gets a personal bank account on his name, which means that from the client's perspective, it's simply shifting the money from one account with low or even no interest rate to another account. And from that account, all the investment stuff is done. So the client uses Cashboard as a kind of window, as a kind of dashboard. That's why the name Cashboard for finance. But all the investment execution, the deposit of money, the withdrawal of money, everything else is done via this secure bank account. And the fourth, we are fair. Because in the end of the day, there are pretty much portals around, and everybody solves a problem, and everybody tells you, invest with us. But when you ask the client, what are you willing to pay for financial advisory? It's quite simple. 65% in Europe, 65% of the European population says on the question, what would you afford? What would you like to pay for financial advisory service? They say nothing. Nothing. And that's a fact. And when you ask the leaving 35%, they are telling you, I would pay something. What would you like to pay? 75% of that group tell you, I'm not happy with front-end surcharges. I'm not happy with account management fees. I'm not paying you management fees. I pay you if my investment is making profit. And so what we charge our clients is very simple. We are simply going for a profit share. So only if a client makes profit after 12 months, we are charging a profit share of 10%, high watermark only on net profits. And that's all. The account is free. Trading is free, depositing and withdrawing money is free, and even all funds which are currently we are offering on the platform, which are roughly 6,000, you can invest into without any front-end surcharges. Okay, the process is quite easy. You go on the website, you answer some questions. It's a clear curation process based on the answer, on your answers on the questions. You get a proposal on your portfolio, and then with one click, you can with one online form you can open an account. So every information we need is in one online form. You fill it out, you get the account opening form with you, and after that you have your bank account with the bank and the account with us, and then simply you can start your portfolio with one click. That's all. If you want to dig deep, if you want to change investment, everything is possible, but basically it's these 3 steps. We have an own technology which is basically based on 2 things. So first, we are cooperating with some big banks where the clients have their account. In Germany, it's 2 very big banks with over 200,000 clients. And with that partner, we have a standardized interface where we enable the client to invest into every traditional product, basically, which is available on the stock market. So funds, stocks, ETFs, certificates, derivatives, all the stuff. And then we bring in also the alternative and online space as well. So as I mentioned, crowdfunding or peer-to-peer lending Bitcoins. And with them, we are going for market-leading platforms, which we integrate via standardized APIs. That's basically all. And our business model is quite simple as well. So we have 2 revenue streams. First is the profit share of a client. I mentioned 10%, but of course this is variable. It's highly attractive for us, but it's variable. And that's why I'm going for second revenue stream, which is the B2B commissions from our banks and product partners. And there comes into a major point. Of course, we are only going for the fair commissions. Yeah? So we are not taking anything which is paid by the customer and only routed towards us through the bank. Yeah, we are only going for the so-called marketing budget of these banks and product partners. Yeah. So, for example, if a client invests with us into a defined product or into a defined account, we get a kind of affiliate referral commission and some lifetime commissions as well. And that is a quite stable profit scheme for us. And so for the client, it stays completely free, and nobody's grabbing any money from him. Yeah. And this is not only an idea, we are live. We started with this in January, went live with the platform in August, and so far have a couple of 100 clients which are live. We have currently over 100 account openings a week, and we are going for 500 clients with over 1 million assets under management by end of the year, completely without marketing. So we are completely bootstrapped. We have nothing raised so far. And we are doing completely no marketing, so this is only from press and media coverage due to the prizes we recently won and to some affiliates which we are currently cooperating with. Marketing and sales, yeah, of course we have this marketing plan, and we have guys from for all this stuff on board. We are a team of 10 people. But in the end of the day, for fintech, my personal opinion, it's quite easy. It comes back to 2 main factors, which are range and trust. So at first we need range, because imagine I would not be here today, and back in Berlin you probably never heard of me before, and the same applies to all the clients out there. So you have to reach these clients, that they are aware of your product. And attention is the most valuable resource today. And we are solving this because we are very lucky. Eddie mentioned it before. We won recently at the NOAA conference 4 million TV budget by the German TV station Pro7 Sat.1, which is the biggest private channel network in the German country speaking markets. And obviously solving our range problem for us in that state at least, because the 4 million come completely for free, so no strings attached. We are don't giving away any equity, don't paying anything. And the second thing is trust. So as soon as you reach the customer and the customer may feel comfortable with everything I tell him, I tell you now, and our marketing colleagues are telling the customer will step back and thinking, okay, this is my money. Should I trust these persons to deposit the money? And there now it comes back to our main solution, that we have this bank network, that we are cooperating with a domestic bank, and we have an open technology which enables us, when we will go to Spain or for UK, we will simply bring in a local domestic bank, and the people will say, okay, I can trust them because I deposit the money on that bank account on my name. Quite easy. Competition, of course, there's a lot of competition out there which is going for the private money, for the retail clients' money, because in the end of the day, the business model from all of us is to get your savings. Yeah, we want to get your money invested. And you can invest the money into stocks, into ETFs, into crowdfunded startups, into Bitcoins. You can buy art, you can buy old automobiles. But in the end of the day, when you do now competition shopping at Google, yeah, you will find all these websites, all these portals. But all these are only solving one market, and the complexity remains with you as a customer. So you as a customer has to find out what is the best portal for me. And you are in UK, you are pretty much far of us in Germany. So we are all, we started with one crowdfunding platform last year. Now we have 4 or 5. But even in Germany, it's starting to get confusing to find the right one. I think in UK it's even more a hassle. And what we are doing is we are bringing all these products and all these platforms into one platform which is automated. And so for that reason, we are not really competing with them. We are picking the best ones out of them, integrating them in our platform, and then offer that as a kind of completely independent and managed bundle to the clients. The management team behind has, of course, great experience. I did strategic consulting with KPMG. I was with German Stock Exchange before. My brother founded the biggest automated trading portal in the German country-speaking markets before. Marius Schulze is a serial entrepreneur in the online marketing, recently earned some other awards for his second startup. So for example, the Tech 5 award for the fastest growing startup in terms of revenue in Europe. Now the Fast 50 of Deloitte as well, and so on and so on. And where we are currently stating is that we are currently closing an angel early stage round, quite small, because we already have traction. We are earning money on every client, and with that angel early stage round, we will go in the first quarter for 2,000-3,000 clients, completely based on performance marketing. And with these, we will prove our KPIs at a Series A investment round by beginning of next year. And then the TV campaign will launch at least in summer. And when we are looking, of course, for other European markets as well, and we'll be happy to internationalize and bring some pressures to the nutmegs and Wealthfronts. Now, let's start with nutmeg here. Wealthfront is a little bit away. Okay, and yeah, my contact details are here. I'm a little bit still here in the evening, so I would be happy to answer your questions and have some further talks. Thank you very much.
Okay, do we have any questions?
Hi, the two principal obstacles to investors is choice overload, and they don't understand compound interest or the benefits of investing. How do you propose to solve that?
Yeah, so the first, completely right, is this overload of information, all these products, all these platforms, yeah, which we are confronted with, and that we are solving via our platform approach, that we are going to the clients and say, look, we are not selling one investment product from one provider. We are not doing investment products ourselves. We are simply solving this complexity problem via bringing all the interesting investments on one platform, maybe not from all the providers, but from all the big ones, and to give you at least the feeling, okay, on our platform you have everything, and then you answer these questions and get a proposal which are the right investments products for you in a right portfolio with the right stakes. Yeah, so that it's a kind of very easy entrance to how to invest your money. And the second one, compound interest, I have to...
Well, most UK consumers don't understand the difference between cash investments or cash savings and investing.
Yeah,
so they don't understand that they will actually get a benefit from investing.
Yeah. So same applies for the Germans as well. As I mentioned, all the money lies on cash time call money deposits. And of course, what we are currently doing there is, we are engaging with clients and tell them, look, okay, you have this. What the client currently has is a bank account, and where they get, I don't know, 0.2% of interest or 0.8% when we leave it on 1 year, yeah, so at least nothing. Yeah? And even the newspaper, so the German Sun, the Bild-Zeitung, titled that you are losing money on these accounts, do you know? Yeah, and so people are realizing that. And now we are offering them another bank account where we can simply put their money there, and for the reason that they are gathering nearly no interest on the other account, it's kind of easy for them to step into another account if you don't charge them upfront. Because that I think the people understand, and that is the option we are giving them. We are saying them, try to invest. We make everything transparent and clear for you. You have no hassle with this. You can travel into holiday, and no matter if markets rise or fall, there's a computer which manages your investment, and have a look on it. And people try it with very low amounts of money, and then see how it functions, and then they redeposit. And that is all what we already see right now. So 30% of our clients already redeposited their clients with an average rate of 500% of original investment. So you have to come over this barrier for the client, and that is our big purpose, to make it very easy and to make this comparable at the end of the day.
Thank you very much.
A simple question, I probably missed it, but how do you collect your 10%?
So very basically, you invest now as a client, and after 12 months, so not the calendar year, but 12 months, there's an analysis on the account which tells us, okay, all the investments which are liquidable at the day, and if you have a net profit, then we charge 10% on that net profit.
So the funds are kept with you totally?
So we are not the fund manager, because in the end of the day, all the investments are completely managed on an automated approach. So we have a kind of technology where we bring in all these financial products.
You're then sending them an invoice for...
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So it's
after the end of the year, even though they may have sold it somewhere
exactly.
else.
Yeah, it's a kind of invoice when you say so. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know if you looked into the regulation in the UK, so I'm not going to ask you that for future expansion. Focus on Germany. That's good. We're going to do that here. And question around risk and risk profile, and know your customer and how you inform them about the risk, because return, people get it. It's like, I'm going to get more money. How many times? Yeah. Risk, they don't. So how do you communicate about risk? How do you profile your client?
Yeah. So at first, maybe in terms of regulation, we are already regulated in Germany by the German banking authorities in the fields what we are doing, and since the area is completely harmonized already, it's kind of easy for us to internationalize, at least in continental Europe. UK is a little bit different, yeah. But
I think the fee from the bank with RDR, you're going to have different.
Yeah, of course. But the same will come in Germany in at least 2 years. So the same situation, and we know, of course, this. And from the risk, a very good question, because we are doing it completely the other way around. So not bringing up upfront the performance you may attract and then give you risk, but completely the different way around. We are asking the clients how much risk they want to, they are comfortable with, and then we are providing them with portfolio proposal, which gives a performance based on that risk profile. Yeah, so it's completely the way around, because from my personal opinion, it's not the case that the average retail clients look for a kind of average interest or performance or whatever. Yeah, if he want to, he can go for advertisements in the trains and in the tubes. And in Germany, we have enough of financial scandals in that way. So the clients we are looking for are more looking on the risk. We are offering them a portfolio based on their risk profile, and when they can say to ourselves, am I okay with that expected performance?
So part of the 6.5 trillion that are left on the bank account in Germany are because people can't find the right investment for the degree of risk that they want to take?
Well, when you mention the reason why with all this money, so the 6,500 billion is for EU, and in Germany it's 2,000 billion, but the reasons behind are very complex, of course. Yeah, first we have all this trust issue in the market in general, but for me it's two things. You mentioned before, so it's the complexity. Yeah, when I try to invest my money, I'm confronted with a whole branch of products, and compared very basically to other spaces of startups. Yeah, so 5 years ago we switched on the television and we saw spots of one platform selling cars, and then the next platform came selling cars, and then the next, and then in hotels and flights, etc. Today, what you are doing? Are you going to one provider who offers flights, or are you going to a meta search platform? And so that what we are doing is, doing the same things which in other markets already apply. We are solving this complexity area. And the second thing is, if all the retail clients have no clue of investments, one thing they understood. The one thing they understood is that all the financial industry is at first after their money. So if you deposit 1,000 euro with me, I would, as a traditional player, go for at least your 5% front surcharge load for the management fee and so on and so on. And I grab the money. Compared, you buy a new car, yeah, and you pay it. And before you leave the car retailer, I will get for one door, grab it and say, okay, that door is for me because I sold you the car. And that is happening in financial industry, and 95% of all the market share is coming out of such revenues, which are paying directly upfront from the client. And these things the people understand. And if you now, for example, you try to invest 5,000 euros in Germany, and you look for a platform, you will find no platform, not one, where you can invest this 5,000 euros into funds or ETFs without account fees, without front-end surcharges, without trade commissions, and or without management fees. So every other platform charges you upfront. I think, how crazy is that? How crazy is that? Yeah. And so for a reason that it's very easy, and for a reason that there's a big pain, we are simply solving it.
Okay, Robert, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.